exactly 1 hour long.
All right. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? We are getting ready to we're getting ready to watch the first episode of season 2 of The Last of Us. I got my friend Brendan here. Say hi, Brendan.
Hi.
We were just talking about kind of some expectations for the first episode.
Mhm.
Now, I've got a bet that spoiler alert for anybody out there, because if you haven't played the game, you should not be paying attention to this right now. This is my buddy Tyler.
I've never played.
So I have a bet that around the end of the first episode, Joel's gonna die. Heath, what do you tell us what you think?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Joel dies at the beginning of the second game.
Shocker.
Like, literally in the beginning, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Why don't you think it's gonna happen?
It's gonna happen because it's too soon. All right, because it takes like 3 hours in the second game to get there.
See, this is what I don't think.
So if they just jump right to it, I think they're gonna explore the characters more, like especially Abby's side, because their characters fucking suck.
Oh, that's interesting. What if they do a whole prelude of just
Well, they
Abby's
need to
character?
because her characters suck and all her friends suck. They do a terrible job at
Yeah.
making you like every time they die, I cheer. I replay the game 5 times. I still cheer. Even when Mel, the pregnant chick, died,
Yeah.
I still cheer. I don't
Yeah.
care. So if they need to make me in the show, be like, oh, dude, she died. Oh, I'm so sad.
We had a conversation with the chat, and it was pretty much everybody was Team Ellie, and it was like, we understand why Abby did what she did, but we didn't care.
You gotta make us understand, sympathize with Abby. I don't sympathize with her at all.
Right.
Like
right.
even her father, I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care at all.
No, because it makes you like Joel.
Well,
right.
right.
They don't make you like Abby.
Right.
They didn't hype it up. So in the show, they need to make us like Abby. That's the main goal. If they don't do that, it's a failure.
Interesting.
That's what they try to do in the game.
Well, I felt in the game they tried to make us understand why Abby's doing it, but they didn't bring us in like Ellie and Joel's relationship. It was like they kind of forced Abby on us, like from the beginning of she just killed Joel, and it's like instantly my guard's up. I don't even want it.
Yeah, and they try to just make Abby like Joel. She saves a little star kid.
Stupid guy off camera.
All right.
They make you try to like somebody that killed the main character.
Beloved.
Yeah, I also hate this person. I don't even know. I already hate it. This show sucks. This game sucks.
That's her introduction.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of work to make it like that character. That's
Exactly.
the worst.
Exactly.
Because everyone who played the game realized you were gonna play 3 whole days in Seattle as Abby. I wanted to blow my fucking brains out. I was like, oh, it's just a little flashback scene.
Yeah.
Then I wake up in the Seattle Seahawks stadium. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
this isn't a flashback scene. It's a Seattle day one. I'm like I stayed up all night when this game came out.
Yeah.
It got to that part, I quit and I went to sleep.
Same.
And then I finished it the next day. But,
okay, that was much faster. I picked up the game 3 months later.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it, played it until 6 o'clock in the morning. Saw I'm gonna be playing as Abby. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. And then we'll see if I want to keep playing it when I wake up.
Oh, no. Like, when we switched to Abby after she killed Joel, I put down the game for 3 months. I could not do it. I couldn't do it. It took me so long. It took me, I think, almost an entire year to, like, occasionally play to get through Abby's part. And then I loved playing Ellie's part. But then every time we get to Abby, it was just like, I couldn't do it. So it took me a long time to beat the game.
I mean, it's a great game, though. I mean, I want to say that.
Oh, I think so, too.
Like, I think the gameplay is realistic gore, and I'm a huge fan of that. So.
Well, and they take into account the wolves now, which before in the first game it was just the fireflies. So that was interesting. And scars.
That's what I was saying. They try to make a parallel with Abby and Joel.
Right.
She saves the little scar. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
That's the transgender scar.
Yeah.
Kid. The transgender scar kid. She saves them. It changes her. And they try to make you sympathize with her that she did the same thing Joel did. But I don't care.
That's interesting.
It's a fucking murder kid who murders a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Who's confused about what they are in life and trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Abby, another murderous piece of shit, who I don't care. Like, I rooted for all of them to die.
That's so interesting. Until you mentioned that, I guess I didn't pull that they tried to bring that parallel. Because now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, Abby and the Scar Kid was almost exactly like the dynamic between Joel and Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be curious what they do with this season because I was listening to Craig Mazin. Did you listen to Craig Mazin any of his stuff?
Not anything about this season.
All right, so anybody who's out there, I'm sure they're gonna do it with this season. But at the end of each episode, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann, the director of Naughty Dog, they have kind of a conversation about the episode, and then they talk about some of the intricacies of why they did it like this in the show instead of like how it was in the game. I think they'll probably have a podcast for this as well. But why I think this is going to be such an interesting season is because in the game we had to jump in as Abby. We had to jump in as her murdering Joel right off the bat. That's why I think they're going to probably get to that by the end of the first episode because they don't need to teach the person the gameplay.
Something I do want to add too is part two's it's like a movie, right? In movies, you see stuff through the villain's perspective. Games don't do that often. You only usually see the villain,
right?
Which is most people Abby, right?
Right.
Whenever you see her in the game, when Ellie sees her, like a movie, right? You see the villain's perspective.
Yep.
This is like a movie, how you see Abby's perspective on things. So I think honestly, if they do it right, it'll work better as on TV than it does as a game.
Okay. Yeah.
Because people are used to seeing villain perspectives, but having to actually play through it in a game, no one wants to do that.
Right. Right.
Unless they're likable. Like Spider-Man 2 with Venom. He's the villain, but you fucking love playing him.
This is true.
Cool side thing.
Well, this will be an interesting first episode. I'm curious. So you're voting no, Joel doesn't die. Okay. I'm voting yes. For anybody in the future, before you watch the first episode, give us like a yes or a no if Joel's gonna die before you watch it, because I'd be curious. We are going to be streaming the first episode on my Discord. I linked the Discord channel in the description here. So if you guys want to join us, come on down. We probably got like 4 or so minutes until the 9 p.m. Release of the first episode. So Brendan and I and Tyler, my friend as well, we'll jump back on afterwards and kind of do a post show kind of thought. So join us then. It'll be, how long is the first episode? Did you look it up?
1 hour exactly.
It's 1 hour exactly.
Probably like credits.
All right. So we'll probably hop back on around 10 p.m. Eastern. So feel free to join us and we'll catch you all soon.